The Sniper Elite games have now sold well over 10 million copies, which is nothing to sneeze at when you realize that a simple man, Carl Fairborn, has been the lead throughout the entry series. They have never tried to outglitz or outglamour the competition. What they have done is always deliberate, solid third-person and first-person shooter elements that emphasize skills and missions planning and the stairs violence of cleaning the experience of a man wrecking and stacking nazi nut. Sex like a Pro Bowl, somehow able to score a 400 game, the Sniper Elite 5 continues that amazing tradition well. Let us sit back and see if it actually did, and remember, if you don't want to subscribe here, I would love for you to do that. So go and maybe subscribe to one of the channels that you do watch and just haven't know that, so before one of the channels that I watch and actually like is Del Reyes. I love his stuff. If you got a chance, go check it out, reviews, news, all kinds of content on YouTube. Let's do this presentation. 16 years that Sniper Elite's total extended life following the traveling Wilburia snipers from North Africa, Italy, Germany. Carl has explored and then painted some of the coolest battlefields known to man, and Elite 5 continues that tradition from the very start. Now first up, Sniper Elite 5 has some magnificent levels that have you starting down the barrel of a high bore case in a castle for nazi snipers, and you realize, dude, I'm gonna be able to actually go to that spot. The game's handing of the location is both finally tuned to make the game's experience actually sing as you play is, but it also offers a little bit more with each new location, something I'm going to talk about in a bit now. The first level in across enemy beaches, checkpoints, stairs, bunkers and fascinating moments where barbed wire stops you from snaking around enemies, which is pretty much what barbed wire is supposed to do. The variety is what is noticeable here. The same level then stretches out into a big forested area with the sneaking through areas taking out enemies and making you way through the heavily armored tunnels and cutouts that then lead up to Raider Dish. That is many places reminds you of the misfortune of the team taking out the Raider and saving Private Ryan. This works in perfect tonnant with the audio, which anyone who loves games is going on check out in the audio section in a bit. The next level, it puts you in the forest in a small village location, and then after that the presentation shows a massive castle that you go to do, and each level offers something unique. It is also incredibly clean, while photogrammetry has been used to clean up textures and certainly offer a more grounded, realistic look to a lot of the location, but it is how it is all put together. If anything, Sniper 5 is the most surprising to me in this series. No matter where I thought I was heading, there was always tons of location of the beaten path, and the ones that I went to look at really good, excellent level design throughout, no enemies and animation are fine, though I did run into some bugs. For example, I had one where my machine gun just kept reloading time and time. Again, that happened twice while I was gaming. Overall, I like it. There are some animation issues, for example, switching some of the weapons look great and a couple other just sort of pop the weapon from your hand into your back and you sort of switch it out. Not the greatest bullet cams, so they are back, and now even the smaller weapons can trigger them with ricochets. Also a part of the game, watching a bullet fly off a lamp and smash through the neck of an enemy is so immersive in incredible way. Just do not actually get old as an experience like the first time I consumed someone's brain cavity with a well-placed high velocity round. I watched them drop, turn it around, shot somebody in the legs running down the steps, watched the framer turn into graham crackers and they just sit down. The steps just thump. Likely the presentation is also matched by performance, something that I would say is probably the best I have seen in one of their games so far, with both Vulkan and DirectX 12 on the PC present as option. I tried both. They did warn us about a crash that was being experienced in Vulkan. I was lucky, I did not get crashes on their version.